Board of Education, our President, Scott Schmerlson, our Vice President, Dr. Rocio Rivas, Sherlette Newbill, Nick Melvoin, Carla Griego, Kelly Gones, Tanya Ortiz-Franklin, and our amazing new student board member-elect, Jerry Yang, and all of the elected leaders who are with us today, as well as the community leaders, thank you so much for joining us today. I know we've been saying this for a number of consecutive years, a year without precedent, but honestly, this year has been a year like no other. And considering we've lived through 2020, a global pandemic, climate disasters, and political disasters, a wave of technology so powerful it is redefining how we live, how we work, how we connect, that's really saying something. But honestly, I thought the worst, actually the worst of the worst, was being forced to watch The Apprentice reruns. Turns out this year came with even wilder plot twists. You and I know 2025 began in crisis. On January 7th, a routine morning in my office turned into one of the most harrowing days in our district's history. A fire sparked in the Palisades. Within the hour, it became a fast-moving blaze bearing down on our schools. Chaos unfolded like a wave. Evacuation orders, frantic calls, ash blanketing the sky. It was a race against the clock, a desperate, heart-pounding sprint to get every student in the Palisades out of harm's way. As flames devoured hillsides and smoke choked the sky, our administrators and teachers stood their ground, refusing to leave until the last child was safely in the arms of their parents or on their way home. They didn't flinch. They didn't hesitate. They risked much because they knew, as you know, our children are our collective responsibility. And then our bus drivers, our school operations team, heroes in the truest sense of the word. They drove straight into the heart of the fire. Through the streets, the rest of us were told to flee. Through thick smoke, past burning cars with embers falling around them like rain. You see, not because they had to, not because someone told them to, but because they wouldn't let a single child be left behind. Across the district, our teams worked without sleep, coordinating evacuations, calling families, partnering with city officials and emergency responders, racing from site to site to assess the damage. We prepared for the unthinkable, the possibility of shutting down our entire district again. Fires in the Palisades and Altadena had left our city literally gasping, cloaked in ash, blanketed in toxicity, suspended in fear. I will never forget sitting alone at 3:30 in the morning watching exhausted firefighters battle hurricane-force winds. It would be natural to feel hopeless. But then, a miracle. What followed was truly extraordinary. As the flames were contained, we surged into action. We relocated schools, we scrubbed campuses, we replaced thousands of filters. We made sure every site was safe. More importantly, we reached out with open arms and open hearts to every student, to every staff member, to every family, to ensure that they had what they needed, to ensure they weren't alone. And Los Angeles answered. I'll tell you, I've seen resilience. I've lived through hurricanes and the destruction they bring to communities. But I've never witnessed what I saw here. Not just recovery, but transformation. Strangers became families, schools became refuge. Every story I heard circled back to one truth: we wouldn't have made it without each other. Our New Education Foundation stepped up in an extraordinary way, raising nearly $8 million to support our students, our families, and schools during their collective time of greatest need. This generosity is a testament, a true testament to the power of community, of shared purpose, of what it means to truly stand
And we're
together.
listening to LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho getting ready for the 2025-2026 school year. And so crazy, Amy, to think that summer is almost coming to an end. Kids are getting ready to go back to school, and we'll have to get ready for that.
Yes.
And we learned that our courage and dedication are without match, are without comparable. And we will never, ever, ever forget that in our darkest hour, the light didn't come from above, the light came from within. But we also know that courage alone is not enough. We must prepare to respond and to anticipate. That's why our school district is taking bold, proactive steps to enhance our disaster preparedness and protect our students, our staff, and our school communities. Through Know Your Air Network 2.0, we are retrofitting campuses to meet the realities of climate change. And yes, climate change is a thing. Extreme heat, wildfires, and environmental volatility. No longer will we depend on someone else's data systems that break down. Our new quality air sensors will give our schools real-time data to detect dangerous conditions and advanced monitors in a centralized command hub, which will allow us to make rapid, informed decisions. Our schools will be safer, smarter, and more prepared. Now, these are more than upgrades. These are lifelines. When the next crisis comes, and it will, our students and staff deserve more than hope. They deserve a system ready to meet the moment with precision, with speed, and with care. And we are building that system right now. I want to start by thanking all of you, the leaders in this room, the fighters, the freedom fighters of our generation, not only for what you do, but the people you are, the remarkable humanity you demonstrate every single day, the way you serve our students and families. I want to thank you for, as educators, you show up day in and day out as advocates, as mentors, as protectors, and as champions. You are at the forefront of meeting students where they are, and you are the reason they will rise to meet their full potential. Let me take a moment to highlight a few individuals who really represent the very best of LA Unified. First, let me introduce you to a remarkable human being, Jennifer Troches. Jennifer is the recipient of the Presidential Award for Excellence in Mathematics and Science Teaching, the highest national honor for STEM educators. Jennifer not only helps her students, excel in the science.
And you've been listening to LAUSD Superintendent Alberto Carvalho talking about protecting students from dangers, thanking the leaders and educators in the room and how they meet students where they are. And so, of course, we will have much more on the superintendent's news conference coming up on KCAL News at 11 on CBS 2. All right, let's get to story number 1 in the 10 at 10. Amid a wave of crime, 2 more overnight burglaries in Encino, including one of a reality show star. And it all has a neighborhood just fed up.
Yeah, they've gone through a lot, that's for sure. And it comes on the heels of that double murder. It was a TV executive and her husband. KCAL News reporter Amanda Sorrentino shows us the community and how they're pushing